the Bijou ceremony, a voodoo Anglican vaudeville mass conducted in High Polari. Now, during this ceremony, we will address you and call, "How Bona Tavada your dolly old eek?" And you will reply, "Tavada you Bona." I think we should try it now. "How Bona Tavada your dolly old eek?"
Tavada you Bona.
That's pretty good, but I think we should do it once more with feeling. "How Bona Tavada your dolly old eek?"
Tavada you Bona.
Also, when I or any of the other celebrants say, "All hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence," you will reply, "Hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence." Again, we shall try that now. "All hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence."
Hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
So I call upon this postulant, wishing to test her vocation, to come forward to her emotional nakedness and unashamedness. She wishes to test her vocation in the worldwide order of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence and is about to enter the novitiate. This is the time when the gathered faithful who is interested in the order takes the first steps towards becoming a fully professed sister, and to take the first steps along the road to Perpetual Indulgence. We take them unashamed and unclothed, and we give them a name and clothe them. "How Bona Tavada your dolly old eek?"
Tavada you Bona.
On your knees, bitch.
Oh, I don't answer to
Down
bitch.
on your knees.
I don't answer to
Down
bitch.
on your knees.
Okay, dear.
Be quiet.
Hello.
Sister, do you desire to test your vocation to become one of the Order of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence?
I do.
All hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Will you submit to the joyful discipline of the novitiate and attend the required gatherings of the Order?
I will strive to do so, extreme poverty and the vagaries of the petty politics of the gay community permitting.
Sister Martini Bianca, you will act as novice mistress to this postulant.
Oh God.
I will, sister. I will take the postulant, I will nurture him in the ways of the order, and I will offer him guidance, support, succour, throughout his progress through the novitiate.
Sister Martini, sorry, sister, will you submit to, postulant, will you submit to the ministrations of Sister Martini Bianca and accept guidance from her in all matters concerning the order? Will you do her bidding and may you learn the order? Will you be bound by the will of the autonomous collective of the Greater Manchester House of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence?
I will strive to do so.
All hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Postulant, do you promise to spread the word of the Perpetual Indulgence to the gathered faithful, from the heart of the village to the remotest, naffest outposts of queerdom?
I will strive to do so.
All hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Postulant, do you promise to promulgate universal joy and expiate stigmatic guilt?
I will strive to do so.
All hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
We now move to the offerings. Postulant, what do you want from the sisters, and what are you about to give?
Love. Is this where I can do my big long list?
Yes, dear.
All right, okay.
On your knees.
Take a seat, this could take a while.
Might take a while.
And speak up.
Okay. Sorry, just gonna
Can we squeeze in?
do you want to squeeze in? I just want to get what is it I offer up my body and heart? Is that where I start reading
What
from?
do you want from the sisters,
Right.
and what are you about to give, dear?
Oh, okay. I offer up my body and heart to the promulgation of universal joy and to the expiation of stigmatic guilt. And I offer up a promise to bring blessings, love and sparkle to every manifestation, to sing, dance, bling and wing it with much lust for life and for all that moves, and to carry that within me in the secular world. to greet the world always with my big bisou, to give thanks for beauty, to keep my ogles ever ready and appreciative of the blessed Bona Aris, and to praise loudly with a bold screech of merci Beau-Cul at every Aris and every one Shivada's mincing down the anal treat and beyond. To venerate and indulge in the three C's, cock, camp and karaoke. To love, honour and agitate as required for the good of the house, my sisters, novices, postulants, aspirants and guards. To love all unofficial fairy godmothers and their sisters, and Aunt Nell to the call of the global sisterhood and to the universal love and joy. To promote tolerance and respect with a recognition of our irreducible difference. To learn from my big snuggly sisters and be a helpful Cinderella sisterette, carry pins, grip, super glue, and to busy myself with all things binding, clippy or sticky to try and keep a neat appearance.
I've got to be in court on Monday morning, come on.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, dear, I'll hurry up. To be Polly put the kettle on where required, and to joyfully teabag. To know when to lend a hand or lobby hand grenades, and to always keep my powder dry but my curiosity wet. And finally, to greet the world with love and agitation, to value every omi and polony in their many shades, hues and flavours, to be willing to stir the gumbo as required, and always lick the spoon.
You have been told by your mentors in the order that the sisters are an organisation without personal greed or search for power.
Well,
to be a sister, you must give up a part of yourself and become open and available and full of empathy. It is then of the utmost importance for a novice to know that she is willing to give and later be fully professed as a sister. How will you give to the outside world if you are reflecting to your own self if we are not in a position to respect and what we are? Listen to our own emotions and love our own self. What gifts do you bring to the order, postulant Polly? Be mindful that the order is in bondage, just as your wrists are at the moment, to the vow of poverty and cannot accept goods for itself.
Sister dear, I think I mixed all the categories up and put it in the last thing. But can I just say love, tea bags and a willing Aunt Nell.
Fantabulosa. So, you actually have an answer there, dear, so that's the answer to the question. So what gifts do you bring to the order, etc.?
Tea bags, love, and mine are also.
You have a line, dear. You have a line.
I have an actual line. Sorry. I offer up my body and heart to the promulgation of universal joy and to the expiation of stigmatic guilt. And I offer up love, tea bags, and a willing Aunt Nell.
Fabulous. Do you offer these gifts willingly and joyfully?
Yes.
You do?
I do. I'll strive to do so.
All hail the sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
All hail the sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
We now move to the presentation of the habit.
Well, first of all, we need to remove these.
So this is the Vestiton of our postulant Polly in the Manchester house in the UK. We're doing this in Sackville Park, and just in the background you can see Alan Turing, the brass representation of him on the seat. If some of the sisters get out of the way. Polly chose this place particularly because Alan Turing is something that you can Google and look up and find that he is something which has affected Polly immensely, and it's a very touching and emotional reason as to why she has chosen him and why we're in Sackville Park now. It's Sister Jackie who is doing the
Sister Martini will now distribute the various other parts of the habit to our blessed sisters.
So that's Sister Martini dressing Polly.
Finest Primani.
And a lovely Primani bag there. Very suitable for the sisters.
Les modes, as they say in France.
We have another postulant there in the background. Postulant
Bando, if you would.
I know, she might be next.
And fail.
For the bimbo.
I'm a little bit
here.
careless with this. I mean, I made my own postulant bleed when I pinned it on, but you know, fourth time's the charm.
Postulant Polly here.
Sister anticipation also from the Edinburgh House.
So, First, bring forth the wimple. Bring forth the wimple.
You can't get organised, bless you.
This is your wimple, postulant Polly. Starched and white, and it will remind you that you are a nun by being tight. You will find your words will have to be few, and eating will be a problem too.
Polly's been working hard as a
And
postulant.
next comes forth the gamp.
The word for this here cloth is gamp. Spelled like limp, but rhymed with camp. May it starched and keep you like a jib, and never use it as a bib. I'm very...
Oh, should I turn around?
So Polly's been out on, I think, nearly 20 manifestations now. So she's certainly been working hard to become a novice.
So thank you to Sister Gypsy for the gamp.
Thank you, dear.
We now welcome from the house in Edinburgh, Brother Bimbo to bring forth the bando.
Exciting.
This is your bando, stiff and strong. It shows the vocation to which you belong. Universal joy, let it shine through. It'll be a handy sweatband too.
Fabulous.
Also from the Edinburgh house, we welcome forth Sister Anne Tissy.
Patient.
Patient,
At the rain, which really shouldn't be blamed.
bringing forth the veil.
At last your veil, light and flowing, it signifies your youth and your growing. Let it flow through the world like escaping gases as you grant perpetual indulgence to the masses. As she's yours, I'll let you pin it so you can have first blood.
Very sensible that Sister Anne is letting the pinning be associated with somebody else, considering the almost massive
The liability.
sort of sadistic ceremony in Berlin a month or so ago where she drew blood.
Not much.
Mine was fidgeting. If you fidget, you bleed. Let this be a lesson for all.
Amen.
From Dunedin.
At least we didn't have to. We didn't have to resort to staple gun.
It's four stages to being a sister. Aspirant, postulant, novice, then full sister. Postulant Polly is now entering the third stage of being a fully professed sister of Perpetual Indulgence.
I'm very exciting.
Dunedin is the Gaelic name of it.
And it's going progressively dark here in Sackville Park as well.
And finally, bringing forth the footwear.
Oh
think
shit!
we have
Sorry,
the
I left
footwear.
it in the. I left it in the
Well, the-
suitcase. Sorry.
Well, the
Right, show's
footwear.
over. No.
Show's over, start again.
Sorry.
Take two.
Bringing well, we would have brought them forth the footwear.
Great. Crocodile.
Would be our beloved
Sorry.
sister from the Greater Manchester House, Sister Bang Bang.
Sorry, Bang Bang. I left it in the
Okay.
suitcase.
Keep your shoes shiny and clean. Use plenty of polish. Don't be mean. Let them reflect a nun who seems well built as you expiate stigmatic guilt. Yay!
Oh, yes, she will.
Oh no, she won't.
Oh, yes, she will.
Oh, yes, I will.
Are we finished yet?
Sorry.
Page the 20th.
So now the naming. Now you come into the ceremony of vestition. You came into the ceremony of vestition
Well, it-
naked and almost naked and nameless, and you will leave it clothed and with a name. Your name shall be Sister Polly Amarosa,
Hands on.
until such time you get fed up with it or your novice mistress decides otherwise.
Hands on and loving.
Live like now, dear novice, and act with love. I would ask you to kneel for the blessing. All hands over. Be a light of freedom and celebration of joy. Cast out the shadows of closed now and forevermore.
Sister Jackie reaches into her bag.
Little bit of holy water.
Gordon's gin.
It's waterproof fail.
Yes. Just Martini made will fail waterproof, so we're okay there.
Novice Sister Polly, that now concludes the ceremony of your Vestition. Please rise. Sisters, turn. Take my hand
Rise,
and
sister,
turn.
rise. Thank you, Timmy.
Sister, not turn and face.
Oh, sorry.
Not a twirl, dear.
Just twirling.
Sisters, I now present to you Novice Polly, to you as the newest member of the Orders of Sister of Perpetual Indulgence here in Greater Manchester.
Yay!
How Bona Tavadi, your jolly old eek.
To Bona Tavadi!
Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
All hail the sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Before we conclude, though, I must once again remind you of the two cardinal rules about going out in public. Turn and face me. Firstly, never go out alone in habit. Always make sure that you are accompanied by other nuns, garde de cuisses, or other friends of the order. Secondly, whenever you go out in habit, make sure there is always at least one fully professed sister with you. These rules are for your safety.
Unless you can't be asked.
I would like to advise you to listen and learn from other sisters. Gloria help you, but particularly Novice Mistress Sister Martini Bianca.
She's a cunt.
That now concludes the ceremony of your Vestition, and you will remain a novice sister until such time that your fully professed sisters decide you are ready for your profession, at which you will take your final vows and become a fully professed sister. I will take the opportunity to be the first to congratulate you and embrace you as a sister.
Yay!
Yay! Woo, 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 woo!
Sisters, our revels are now towards an end, but before we close, does anybody wish to say any words?
Go, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, falling over. Oh, thank you.
It's great to have you as a sister.
Thank you. It's lovely to meet you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Said words,
Thank
not have
you.
sex.
Fantastic.
Chester.
Is that sex for you?
Fantastic.
Alan says hi.
So that concludes our Vestition of Postulant Polly to Novice Polly.
So please put her down.
Amazing.
I must go.
Amazing.
Put her down.
Congratulations.
Thank you, darling. Thank you
Oi,
so much.
Novice,
Thank you.
congratulations, have a present.
Oh, thank you. Naomi, let me
Right.
give you a kiss first.
Holly dear,
Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. Thank
Holly
you.
dear, come back here. We
Oh,
need to close the
sorry,
we
Dad.
need to close the
Hold on a
ceremony.
sec. Thank you.
Not quite.
Oh,
Sisters, our revels are now ended, and I ask you to welcome our new novice sister Polly as a member of the Greater Manchester House of Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. How Bona Tavali, your jolly old eek. All hail the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. Now let's go slump our Vera down.
Let's get pissed as rats.
Thank you so much.
Hope you've enjoyed our little video from Manchester. Oh, look, this is Sister Anne. Sorry, I'm falling over. Did you enjoy it? Thank you for coming down all the way from Edinburgh.
Oh, no bother at all, you know. I was given plenty of warning, so I get a nice cheap train.
Just go and kiss everyone.
It's absolutely
Me
burning up.
and my Edinburgh lovely sister.
My beautiful Manchester sister.
Look at all those hearts pinging all over our screen. Yeah, God, God.
Shame they're not money.
Yeah. Right, we're going to go and get like pissed now to enjoy this. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of the ceremony. Bye for now.